Alright, everybody, up next we're gonna have Frogger. He's back! Played on PlayStation by our very own Kane. Oh, also, we also have a donation alert. As soon as I saw chicken code, I knew this was a perfect donation incentive. Put my donation towards that. Best of luck to the rest of the runners. And thanks to those working behind the scenes to make this marathon happen. By Smart Alec 0624.
Alrighty, so is it, am I good to go? We ready to get this started? I'm just sitting on the settings menu because there's a demo that this avoids. Getting instructions. Okay, I'll go ahead and count down. Oops. Yeah, arrange some stuff. Alright, so welcome to Frogger. I am Kane. I'm gonna be playing. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So, Frogger, also known as Frogger, he's back as a PS1 platformer. You play as Frogger, but it's 3D, and it's the first of the 3D Froggers. It was a really fun game in its time, and it's still fun today, so I still play it. Okay, so the objective of this game is to collect frogs. Oh, I missed that cycle. Yeah. And when you collect all 5 frogs in a level, you progress to the next level. This game is set up into zones, and so we're in Retro Zone, which is themed around Retro Frogger, which is gonna be more like you're familiar with if you just think Frogger. Once we get out of Retro Zone, it's a little bit more creative and more fun, but yeah, you can't abandon its roots. But yeah, so we collected 5 frogs, then we're in Retro 2. Okay, bad gator RNG. All the Retro Zone is just kind of harder versions of the same kind of classic Frogger. I'm getting really bad cycles here. This game is very cycle dependent, as you would imagine. Gotta avoid traffic, as well as all sorts of other objects. And so, you can route it out to try and get the best cycles. But like at the start of this level, there was a gator sitting on my frog, and that meant all my cycles are screwed up for this level. This whole zone has RNG in the form of that gator. Okay, I got him there. So if he's sitting on your frog, you just gotta wait, and that's gonna throw off all your cycles. Because the level keeps progressing. Yeah, you pick up a frog, and the level is in its state of when you picked up that frog. And so it always starts at the same spot. Oh, frick. But where it ends kind of depends on how you play. Oh, bad cycles there. Retro Zone is bad cycles there. Retro Zone is a bad zone. It is everyone who runs this game's least favorite zone, which is kind of unfortunate that like the throwback zone is not as enjoyable. That's kind of how it is. Okay, here we go. Bad gator RNG. Also, fun fact, in this level only, so you saw the pink frog hop on me. That is our girlfriend, wife, whatever. And she can randomly kill you in this level only. So moving on. The main objective of this is to collect gold frogs. There's one gold frog in a zone, and gold frogs allow you to unlock new zones. And so when you unlock the final zone, if you get obtain the last or the gold frog in that zone, you beat the game. And so we've just routed out which zones have the fastest gold frogs, and just cruise through from there. Unfortunately, Retro Zone, no matter how you do it, is substantially faster than the next fastest zone. And the reason for that is because like the zones we don't do are twice as long as this on average. So even with all this RNG nonsense, Retro Zone's still going to be minutes faster than the alternatives. So here in Retro Zone 5, all I have to do is get the gold frog, and then I can quit the zone. I'm doing very specific maneuvers here because this gold frog is finicky and doesn't always spawn. But I got him, a game over, and I'm done with that zone. It's marked with the gold frog, and I'm moving on to the next zone. So here we are in a new theme. This one's forested, bunch of bees. Hop fast or the bees will kill you, basically. I dropped a jump input there, which means those bees will chase and kill me. Got the 9. Frig. Okay, I'm gonna get the 7 here, but that's because if I don't, I'm gonna die. I was trying to get like the frame perfect IL time, but unfortunately we're only getting the 43, which isn't really important. It just means I lost like 3 frames, but 2 of those frogs are like, you can just barely get the next number rounded down. This is a short zone, so we're in the last level here, and I'm gonna hop over here, grab the gold frog, and then we're done here. Alright, the next zone is the machinery zone. Don't blink or you'll miss it. This is everyone's favorite zone in the game, but unfortunately, for speedruns, it's kind of hard to have a reason to play more than that. So there we go, machinery zone done. Alright, now we're moving on to the bat zone, or cave zone. The gimmick of this one is that the darkness fades over time. So as you are in the level longer, your field of view shrinks. But you can eat bugs, like this bug, and it now makes you have a bigger field of view. You can also croak. That's 2 mechanics I guess I haven't really mentioned. Besides just hopping, you have super hop, tongue, and croak. They're not very useful, but you know, they're there for having fun, I guess. Yo, made the fast cycle. Save 2 seconds there. But yeah, easy level. Oh, look at the 39. Orange frog. 1 frame off or something. Oh well, whatever. So this is a very unique level in terms of Frogger, because it's the only level that's not grid based, and the developers were really proud of this level. It's kind of an interesting level. I really like this level. Most people hate it. You're just sliding around. But they added an entire paragraph in the manual describing how awesome this level is. Like just hyping up this level, which is kind of funny. But again, as you're in the level longer, your field of view fades, and that can be a really big problem in this level, because like these spiders, you're going pretty fast, so if you don't see where they're at, even knowing where they're at, you have to react way in advance. And that's why I'm going for the deep frogs first. You got the green, which is farthest, now the purple, and we pass the blue, and then I actually do red and orange reversed, but that's because they don't really matter nearly as much. Another thing to note is while we're on the ice, you can't press more than one direction at once. So going around these turns, if you're trying to, you know, accelerate or decelerate horizontally, so you don't fall off the edge, you can't accelerate or decelerate vertically. But for whatever reason, this first U-turn has an invisible wall that just you bonk against if you just run into it, so that makes that turn really easy. The second one doesn't, but that one does. So there's that level. 95 is not bad. But this is the last level in the zone. Grab the gold frog and get out. So up next is the sewer zone. Sewer zone's one of the hardest zones. Like between retro zone and sewer zone, like those are the two major reset points if you're grinding 80% runs. This level's not too bad, but the other two levels in sewer are very, very tough. Always a little nervous on that green frog. Those barrels don't normally kill you, but there's one frame in their motion that can kill you. And like, you never expect it, but sometimes it just happens. That's why I like to get it out of the way first. I'm all itchy. I ate outside. And we're finally at that point in the year where mosquitoes are alive. So I got eaten alive while I was eating my dinner. So one thing I guess I should point out is you don't have much time in this level. You actually can have a lot of time in this level. I just avoid extending my time because I don't need it and it looks more suspenseful. But basically that bug right there, most of the bugs, these bugs right here, that bug down there, all those bugs add time to your clock. So if you were trying to beat this level casually, you'd just be going around picking up bugs. But you don't actually need any of the bugs to beat this level. So that's why I do it the way I do. Oh, I was going for one of those power-ups. I just got like a 1,000-point bug. Doesn't really matter. There's two power-ups there that don't save any time, but don't lose time. This game does have power-ups, but they're not really useful in this speedrun. There's auto hop, which you just hold a direction and you hop instead of having to time your hops. But timing hops in this game isn't too difficult, so the auto hop's really not that important because this game allows you to rounding error. This game allows you to buffer inputs. So this is a hard level for the reason that just happened, where the game can't do math, and it just killed me. But what was I saying? Buffered inputs. Yeah, so if you're in a hop, you can press the inputs to do another hop. Oh, you can't see these, so you just have to hope you don't die. It's another reason why this level is terrible. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, if you're in a hop and you press the hop, it just queues it up so that you hop afterwards. And there's a limited number of frames for how early you can do this. But it allows you to get basically frame perfect inputs as you go in a pretty not stressful manner. Alright, I'm avoiding that rat. You can super hop over the rats, but it's really precise and I'm not practiced on it right now. But moving on. This level's also hard. This level has the gold frog, so this will be the last level in the zone for us. There's 5 levels in the zone, so you're not even gonna see two of them. But this level's really tough, even just to get the gold frog. Nice. There we go. So get the gold frog, and now we're headed to the last zone, which is only one level, so get ready on time. In like 2 or 3 minutes. But, you know, it's not like immediately gonna happen. You still gotta get 5 frogs and then the gold frog. So I'm not doing the ultimate strat here. There's some really precise jumps that you can get to this frog a cycle early, which then affects all the other cycles. Because this is another level that continuously roams, kind of like Retro Zone. Bang Bang Barrels reset every time, and so that made that level really easy. Every pass through started at the same point. Oh, I could have made that. Oh well. But this level continuously just moves, and some of the cycles, such as the hippos, they're not continuous. Certain aspects of their pattern reset, and so that causes them to desync heavily. And there's a lot of hippo strats that I'm not going for that reason, because it's just completely unreliable unless you're executing according to plan. Yeah, this is Frogger. It's a fun platformer, great music. There's still a lot more to this game. 80%'s, you know, just a really short sample of it. We're only seeing about 25% of the overall game, but it's a lot of fun. I recommend it. So that causes that door to rise, which allows us to access the gold frog. And as soon as I land on the gold frog, time will be up. I'll play it safe through here. This is a little shortcut. I'm not sure that scenery is intended to be jumped on, but 3, 2, 1, time. So I actually have to check the stream to see what my time was. Oh hey! Alright, good enough. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the Frogger. It's a fun little platformer, but it's gonna be all for me. So good luck with the rest of the marathon, and yeah.